Folks, today we will cover a very interesting topic which is called probability. Now take an example. Let's say you like to play cricket. Whenever you play cricket, there is one team that decides to bat, the other team will bowl. But how do you make that decision? You make that decision after a toss of a coin. Folks, what I want you to do now is, I have only one dice, but you got to take two dice, alright? And do an experiment and repeat it many times. So roll the two dice together, note what's the number on dice 1, note it here, note the number on dice 2 and sum it and note, alright? What is the maximum sum you can get when you roll two dice? The maximum is when you get 6 on both the die. So the maximum is 6 plus 6, 12, alright? And what is the minimum? Minimum is when both the die show 1. So what is the minimum sum? Minimum sum is 2, okay? So go back and plot, do this experiment many times and plot it. You can see that not all sums are equally likely. Getting a sum of 2 is much less likelier than getting a sum of say 7. So now the question is, how many times can I get 3 as the sum? That can happen if my first dice rolls 1 and my second dice rolls 2. So that is once. Again, if my first die rolls 2 and my second die rolls 1. Alright. So there are two possible ways in which I can get a sum of 3 out of the 36 possible outcomes. Let's go down. In how many ways can I get a 5? My first die rolls 1. My second die gives me 4. My first die gives me 2. My second die gives me 3. First die gives me 3 and my second die gives me 2. And my first die gives me 4 and my second die gives me 1. So what is the chance that I get the sum 5? Is 4 by 36. Now can you appreciate that the chance of getting a 3 is not equal to the chance of getting a 4. It is not the same thing as tossing a coin, where the chance of getting a head or the chance of getting the tail is same. Now you can ask me, how do I know that there will be definitely 36 outcomes? My die 1 can give me 1 and my die 2 can give me 2. So that's one outcome. My die 1 can give me 1 and my die 2 can also give me 1. That's the second outcome. So on and so forth. So now you see, if I sum up all these outcomes, that will be exactly equal to 36. For every number that I can get on die 1, I can get 6 numbers on die 2. That means for 6 numbers on die 1, I can expect 6 other numbers on die 2. So the total number of outcomes that I will have in this case is 36. Then go back and see whether what you predicted here, does that match with this?